All right, here we go. Slime Rancher. That's so cute. Slime Rancher is over, I think. And it's time for a new game. And we're going to pull out Planet Zoo. I just got it. Haven't even done anything with it yet. I wanted to show you guys from the beginning, all that jazz.
Whoa.
It'd be nice if it could pull in my avatar from Planet Coaster. So we're going to do this really fast. Who's got the goofy head? That's goofy enough. I guess that's bald enough. Y'all, my beard's been pretty thick lately. It's been pretty thick. Actually, that's about the only real option anyways. There's the keen eye option. Color.
Whoa.
Oh, I guess that is the same color. Accessories, nope. Bodies.
Whoa.
That's actually great. That's fantastic. Oh, what's that shirt? I got a yellow shirt. It's kind of like that. Let's do the other one, the yellow, though. That's more like it. And legs. Yeah, let's do jeans. Get them skinny jeans. There I am. Look at me. Oh, look, I can make him. Oh, no. Why'd you? Why is Slim Me so much hipper looking than, what do they call it? Large Me. Well, that body shape is way more accurate, but I don't feel like re-clicking on all those things, so we're just going to go with the skinny me. Whoop. Oh, now I choose where I am. Bam, baby. Yes. HQ Place down in Florida. All right. Build zoos all around the world and trade your animals online. Career, progress through a career in zoo management. Now this is first steps. I guess we should do that. Yeah, I guess for today especially. Franchise sounds a lot more interesting to me. But, Goodwin House, tutorial. Go for it. It's a fancy zoo.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be, too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
That was awesome.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire.
I love these voice
Good.
actors.
Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on.
Yeah.
But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals. We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Okay. Locate the grizzly bear habitat. Is that this one? Right here?
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Amen.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
I'm too busy noticing that he poops. This is so beautiful. All right, select the bear. Bring up the information panel.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Ooh.
See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it.
Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
I love this. This will make for some great like montages and stuff for intros and outros and whatevers. This is so cool. And actually seeing the bear makes me want to play Red Dead. All right. Go to the other side of the zoo and locate. There it is.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Oh, but I want to watch. Look at him. It's so cool. I was wondering if he was going to dry off. That is so cool. Okay, what do you want me to do? Empty habitat. Bam. There we go.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs.
Ah.
So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Okay. Animal
There
storage.
we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works.
Gotcha.
The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
I was too busy looking for the animal market over here. It was already selected. So we want to adopt and adopt.
When you
Waiting.
adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
So... But I could do that from here, too. Oh, but they're gone from there now. Okay. Send to zoo, and I select where? Ah!
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
There it is.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed.
They need
But don't worry
enrichment.
if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Now, where do I learn that? Let me pause real quick. Can I pause? First of all, if this is Obi, this has to be Juan. Can I change the name? Is it W-O-N? W-A-N. Yeah, W-A-N. I knew W-O-N didn't seem right. Nutrition. I want to know how I know. Maybe it tells me. Habitat. Oh, maybe it just does it. Food. Feeding stations. Okay, maybe it just does it for me. So I want this to be... Okay, let's close this. Too many windows open. You go away. Don't need you. I want it to be close because I want people to be able to see them eating. Because it's adorable. Alright, there we go. That's how you do that. Okay. Let's put it right here. Right here. That's fine. And then water.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Alright, is there anywhere closer I can get this? Yeah, let's put it over here by the, Oh, I can put it, like, right here with the plants.
Oh, nice work.
Nice.
You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to need this music up a little bit louder. Oh. It's already up. Oh, it was just muted because she was talking. Because I love the music in these games. Okay. Where was it going? Ostrich habitat? Ostrich habitat! Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Done.
That's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier.
Okay.
Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Okay. So habitat gate right here. It hooks up to the path. Outside placement area. Oh, I got it. Oh, I see. I see now. Boom.
Right. Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Okay, I'm assuming, though, that this is eventually going to have windows. I wanted to go right up against the edge. I want people to be able to see in. Now, how do I... Oh, hold on. Undo. How do I shorten this? Length. Because these had been a much shorter length. Yeah, those were only 2s. That does look a lot nicer. Right? Yeah. It's more clicking, but who knows? It may also be more expensive.
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in.
Okay. That? Wait. Barriers? That. Highlight a section of barrier and then click the glass barrier in the browser to swap it. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely want... Whoa, whoops. Nope. Nope. Cancel. Cancel that. Cancel that. So you want me to do this. Ah. Can I also just... No, okay, so that's how you do it. Okay. I like the idea of it being on the corner.
There we go.
Oh, that's so
Adding
cool!
more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Cool. Right there on the corner.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Alright, so we need to go back to animal trading.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Okay, all 4 of them. Got it. It's interesting to me that you can highlight them, maybe by marking it favorite, like it holds on to it. Like maybe you can't afford it or you're not ready for it yet, but you know you want it. Which is just, I love the idea that I would really want an ostrich. Like this one. What's this? Appeal. Oh. That's interesting. You gotta find animals that people will like. Like, I'm sorry. You're just not as cute as this ostrich. I am really liking this. This is cool. It makes me happy. My wife is gonna love this game. She's gonna want to play
While we wait for
it.
them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
I already figured that out. Thank you. Since there's 4 of them, we'll do a couple of these. Hello, Mr. Ostrich. Cool.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
All right, keeper hut. Sorry, I was too busy watching the cinematics. Keeper hut. We have classic keeper hut and Planet Zoo keeper hut, small. Basically the same price. Well, this is...
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut
match
to
this
get it to
better.
connect up to the path.
Where you want me to put this exactly? Okay, have you given me a place that you want me to put this? Ah, you have. Yeah, that looks nice. Go with that.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness.
Whatever.
Negatively,
I love seeing that stuff.
in case that wasn't clear.
It's cool.
Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Okay. Need to place a transformer. Why? To power it? Is that what it was? I wasn't paying attention. Yes,
Now,
I suppose
the
so.
reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Invalid rotation.
Lovely
Oh,
work.
there we go.
Now
I didn't
the
see there
keepers
was a
can start using the hut
front.
to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
I want to follow these folks. Yes. Oh, there's multiple trains. Hello, folks. Welcome to my zoo. Okay, what am I doing?
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch.
Cool.
And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Yep, I gotcha. Gotcha, Miss May.
And make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
I gotcha, Miss May. I'm just gonna do it all glass all around here. Why wouldn't I? Like, is there a reason not to? Do the animals want to have, like, a little bit of privacy every now and then or something? I mean, I'm sure they do. Don't get me wrong. That's so cool how long they can be. Oh, I wonder if... Oh no, you can't put a gate on glass walls. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do glass walls the whole way around. Because why wouldn't we? I mean, even on this side, let us see the rocks. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's completed. What else? Connect the habitat to the path. Okay, well, I'm good there. Oh, I didn't actually build this wall. Let's put it right here.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Yep.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Nice.
Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Ah, height.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat.
Oh.
You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Cool.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards.
Oh, there it is.
You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Yeah, let's go above that a good bit. There we go.
Now
Cool.
that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get.
Man, they're all about that money.
Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
It's not letting me place. Oh, was that not supposed to be my viewing area over there? That's funny.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate
want
in
more.
place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Cool. Avni and Vedant. Yeah, when we get to doing like a real sandbox mode, we're changing these names.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them. This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Got it.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitats?
All right, what is this? Frozen blood pumpkin. Huh. Oh, here comes the tigers. Cool. The sounds are great on this. All right, I don't know which way they rub this.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build
My
them
zoo
from
isn't in
various
England.
suitable bits and bobs, or if you
America.
like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Oh, okay. I get to kind of have the plants like growing into it a little bit. Can I like lower it into the ground? There we go. Shift. Yep. It's all coming back to me. That's cool.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio, click on the terrain
Plants.
tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Way ahead of you, sister. Oh.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil.
Ah.
Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Does it say soil light or soil heavy? Let's do a little bit of both. Ooh, that gets a little choppy. Oh, let's do some heavy soil as well. And we need some long grass as well. Oh, is that too much long grass? Oh, less long grass. I'm sorry, guys. I was not paying attention.
Right then, all animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Okay. So this shows us tropical,
Now, as
temperate
you can see, some of the
grassland.
plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want. You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see.
Way ahead
In
of
this
you.
case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Yep, already done it. Okay, let's go ahead and remove these. We'll do it upright. Let's just pick one. Let's do grassland. I love decorating stuff in this game so much. Yes. All right, let's give them a little bit of more cover around here. Oh, they're swimming. Whoa! No, I didn't want to. What happened? I didn't mean to click. I must have clicked something on accident. Move here. Move here. Okay, good. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, are y'all happier now? Plants. Plant type and coverage is severely inappropriate for this animal. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Whoa, it told me I did oh. I made a boo-boo. Okay, hold up. Let's redo some of this then. I thought that was a bit too colorful. But I was like, let's go for it. Alright, that's all of those. Oh, remove this plant. Yes. Okay. So it just likes these. Okay, hold on. Oh. Continent. Asia. Biome. Grassland. Temperate. Or tropical. Okay. Now I understand. Now I gotcha. So let's replace some trees and whatnot. Hawthorn bush. That'll look good right up here. Oh, that's a nice tall tree. Now we're getting there. Excellent.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
I really do want to, though.
Right. Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Cool. So we do have some stuff to do. I'm probably just going to keep playing these tutorials off camera. And then we'll begin like the franchise mode or whatever in the next episode. I love this. This is great. I do need more. I do need, what am I looking for? Not habitat. Ah, facilities. Where's the donations? Oh, it's got me locked out. It's not letting me do anything because I'm still in tutorial mode. I was wanting to add more donation bins. I love this. This is great. I just want to like watch the animals. So good. Whoa, something's glitching. Something's glitching. Oh, the glass looks cracked. Is it supposed to? Is it supposed to have that look? This one doesn't. Is that just like smudges and the janitors need to come clean it up? So cool. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to keep playing the tutorials off camera. Probably with my wife so I can show her how to do stuff so she can play this. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Adios. Goodbye.